are grateful to our sponsors, Kelly Stafford with Stafford Tree Service and also Black Kow Cow Manure. If you need your trees trimmed locally, remember Stafford Tree Service at staffordtreesvc.com. And please visit Black Kow Cow Manure, that's K-O-W. Remember, both of the contact details are in the description below. Hi, I'm Stan DeFreitas for the Ask Mr. Greenthumb Gardening Segments. Echinacea. Some people may know echinacea as a plant that's been used medicinally, but probably more used for its beauty. Sometimes called coneflower, and you can see where the name coneflower comes from because it has this beautiful cone in the center. And this one, of course, has this beautiful purplish color on the echinacea or coneflower. It's a pretty tough plant. It's a native plant of the Americas. And this one, of course, is called Pow Wow Wild Berry. So many of the hybridizers now come up with specific names because we're trying to market that idea of having a plant that has a vibrant name for a vibrant plant. Coneflowers are one that will attract bees, butterflies. You can see it has the kind of flower that a bee would like to kind of sit here, or a butterfly, and put its little proboscis down in and get the pollen from the plant. It has kind of nice, long, lean green leaves, which accentuates the pretty colors. Now this is purple. They come in almost every shade under the rainbow. So you'll find them in different yellows, you'll find them in purples, reds, combinations. So you can almost find one that fits the bill you're looking for. This one kind of spoke to us because it's just a very vibrant purple color. And we said, look at that pretty cone on top, look at the flower. And it's one that's fairly tough. It's, a native to the Americas. So I think that sometimes is better than getting something that we get from some other part of the world, where sometimes they adapt, sometimes they over-adapt. They sometimes take over native plantings. So the coneflower is one that we've seen growing in the middle of US, much of the South, and certainly native down into the deep South as well. It probably does best in a soil where it has a good amount of water, not over. I know that's a fine line, and people always say, well, how much water is enough water? Well, if that top inch gets too dry, you need to water it. If the plant starts to look drought, like it's in a drought, it starts to look like it's bending over in the leaves, it needs water. Now, inversely, you don't want it sitting in water either. As far as light levels, it'll flower best near full sun, so about 6 hours of bright sun a day. If you're in a real shady spot, it won't flower very well. It needs that energy, which it has to make in the foliage. Trimming it back, we might deadhead some of the flowers when they start to fade. It'll kind of drop on their own, but you could help it out and probably get more flowers by trimming it back. It's not known to be toxic to animals or people. Of course, I wouldn't put your animal on a diet of it, but you could certainly have it without being as much worry as some of the plants we mentioned in the past. I would improve the soil always, adding peat, adding cow manure, really make that better soil. You'll get better results. It's worth doing. And people say, well, you can put it into a native soil. And you could. You could start this one from seed. And it is one that you probably maybe plant out in May, June for a July, August, September, October flowering. It will normally come back. It may get down, you may cut it back, especially early spring, getting ready to start off with new growth. pH 5.5 to 6.5, and as far as fertilizer, it's not going to need very much, but you could give it a little water soluble, or if you're using a time released, probably putting twice a year, mark it on your calendar, put out some slow released fertilizer, and you'll get blooms over a longer period of time. It's kind of a neat plant in many respects that the echinacea has been part of America's for hundreds of years, and certainly one that I think you might consider having in your flower landscape. I think we should have more color in the landscape. And remember, life does go by pretty fast. Try to take time to enjoy every aspect of your garden and every bit of color and joy that you can get from your backyard. Once again, we want to thank you for telling all your neighbors, all your friends, all your relatives across the country and across the world for that matter, that they should be watching our segments every Saturday. We appreciate that. Because of you, we have grown to a huge following. Once again, thanks for watching and have a great week.